Brahmari. So the breath technique we're going to learn next, Brahmari, is also known as the humming bee breath. Kids love it. Janice's kids love it. It's just a great breath technique. But there's a reason why it's so great. So, A, it's excellent for reducing anger. It's excellent for reducing fear, stress, shock, grief, horror. Have you ever walked through a psych unit, lockdown psych unit?
No.
Bingo. And you see this behavior. Have you ever seen a child have just way too much stimulation and go into the la 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 la, I'm not listening, la 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 la? It's a natural coping mechanism. But if you catch it early, it becomes a tool to take care of it before it's an issue, before you look like, you know, the 5150 catatonic patient in the hospital. So even when I was a little kid, I would do it just naturally. So if you adopt it as a meditation technique, it's so much more powerful. It's excellent also for supporting the function of the pineal gland, which is right in the center of the brain. It helps the pituitary gland as well through the vibrational stimulation. You'll see when we're doing it, you'll feel the vibration in your head. It's helpful for reducing migraines. Not necessarily when you actively have one, though. It can be, but also it can trigger it to become worse too. It's excellent for balancing and normalizing blood pressure purely because it reduces stress. And it's excellent for clearing, invigorating, and strengthening the voice and the throat. So anything that's happening in the throat, the thyroid, etc., it's excellent for a rejuvenative. Yeah, they come on automatically when he turns on.
I was like,
Psychedelic lights.
am I seeing something? Nostril breathing, man.
I think I'm having.
It is 420, but it's just the pranayama.
Too much. No, I don't know what it is. I'm like.
A little too much breath.
You caught that one, Christy. I'm like.
Yeah.
Maybe this breath is getting to me now.
So the technique is super simple, but it can be done a little bit wrong. So the first thing that we want to make sure not to do is hum like a lawnmower or a Yamaha motorcycle going down the street. So it shouldn't be like, there should be no strain in the voice. You're going to get real tired if you do that. It should be a very gentle, soft hum, like you would hum a baby. It can be really quiet. Rather than no, we don't want any
angry vibration.
Yeah, we don't want any straining. It doesn't matter what the volume is. It can be very, very, very quiet. And you need to find your own pitch. Doesn't matter what note you're in. So some people will be like a low rumble hum, and some people will be just depends on what your note is. And figure out your note. Now when you're doing it, the hands will be covering the ears, not just around them, but enough to actually make it so you feel the vibration and you hear the hum in your head, not outside with your ears. So there's a difference. Try just cupping your ears, but not closing the ears, and hum for a couple seconds. Decent. Now try just putting your fingers, plug your ears. Totally different. Totally different. You want your ear coverage to not be fingers in the ear, because they'll be there for a while. But you want your hands to cover the ears to where it's more like versus You want to really hear it and feel it inside. It's all through the nose. Don't worry about basic abdominal breathing, what's going on with your abdomen, contracting, or anything like that. Just hum. Take a breath, hum again. Take a breath, hum some more. If you get tired, hum quieter. Hum smaller. Take a hum break and then go back. Okay? So this can be done by anybody, no contraindications whatsoever. Children benefit tremendously. Adults feel silly doing it in public. They feel silly doing it in a yoga class even. They're like this, is somebody watching me hum? What? Why it's so self-conscientious provoking. I used to teach it in the mental wellness class. Everybody turn around, face the wall. I can't hear you because I'm listening to me hum. Turn around, look at the wall if you don't like it. That's another thing I want to touch upon on breath work with eyes closed. Trauma sensitivity. Some people don't like their eyes closed. It scares them. They feel anxious. Is the teacher walking up on me? Is that dude watching me in the corner? Like there's all sorts of things that can surface for certain people, not everybody, and you don't know who it's going to be or why or when. If people want to open their eyes, let them open their eyes. If you know a specific student or couple people need their eyes open for their breath practice, tell them if you feel better, you can turn around and face the wall so that they're not like this. Oh, look at her breathe. Oh, watching everybody else do something. Or if they want their eyes open and they're doing a practice at home, tell them to go outside and watch the clouds go by while they do it. Or to meditate on the moon while they do it. Or to meditate on a flame while they do it. But do be aware with pranayama practice, some people, the eyes closed is provoking. I used to be like that. I remember my first couple pranayama practices, I was like this, I'm not closing my eyes. I don't know you. And I don't know you, and I don't know anybody in this room, and I am not taking my eye off you.
I like when you sing like this. when I close.
Yeah, especially, people start moving around because you can't hear. And you can't see, that could be vulnerable.
Yeah.
So if they need their eyes open, let them have their eyes open, but focus on a drishti point somewhere. Focus on a crystal on your altar, or the plant, or the cloud. Don't focus on the other people doing what they're doing. So just remember, this one in particular can provoke that more than others because they've lost 2 sense organs. Hearing and sight. So sometimes you'll see people startle while they're doing it. So I always give the people or person the option of eyes open with the practice, but then they need to decide what they're going to do with their eyeballs. They need to have a soft focus on something the entire time, not the wandering. I'm humming, but I'm looking at her shirt and her foot and that thing on the wall. That's counterproductive. Okay. How long should it be done? Doesn't matter. 15 minutes. No contraindications. 10 minutes, you breeze through it like that. Okay. Let's try it. And I like it because it's so simple. All right. Where's my timer? So again, a timer really is beneficial. Oops. When they're free ones, they have advertisements. Luckily they don't pop up an advertisement in the middle of your practice. That's one thing I like about the HIT timer. All right, let's go ahead and close our eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Now, how will you know when we're done? You'll hear the bell. It'll be louder than your hum. But if you need to take a break, take a break. Keep your ears covered, though, during your break, if you can. All right, go ahead. So that was 5 minutes. Just poof. And afterwards you're just like, oh, hello. Always makes me feel happy. Always makes me feel calm. When I'm done, I'm just like, well, hello. Well, hello, everybody. How did it feel?
Like a didgeridoo in my throat, I think.
Like a didgeridoo. What were you saying?
How long was it?
5 minutes.
Oh, shh.
Right? It was like a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
It's just choom,
It was
history.
good though. It was my student's favorite one, my other student's favorite one.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to say is, if they want to do with kids, there's on Go Noodle. There's
Go-
the website that Go Noodle that they have breath techniques like this that are shorter for kids.
Go
That are like 2 to 3
Noodle.
minutes.
Free phone app. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your free phone app on the computer.
They have
Yeah,
rainbow
it's good.
breath, hummingbird
They have
breath.
a rainbow breath. They have bumblebee breath. There's
Bumblebee.
2 or 3 of them, and they're short, about
Nice.
2 to 3 minutes for kids.
Nice, nice.
You can
Yeah.
even do that with adults. Beginning. Adults
Totally.
use that. Just
Totally. How about everybody else?
I don't know that I cared for it. I was
Oh, you-
annoying myself a little. It wasn't. I was like trying, like the hums and
Like
the
hearing
hum
your
bothered me.
voice?
And I tried to, and it wasn't soothing for me.
There's always 1 or 2 people, every breath technique that it doesn't jive. So you bugged yourself.
Yeah.
Do you ever do it in a small circle and reap the benefits of feeling the humming from everybody else?
Yeah.
They can't hear each other much,
Well, you can
except
feel
in
it.
the
Vibration.
inhale. It could be done that way.
That might be
It could
interesting.
be. One time I saw a beautiful practice. Everybody sat around the base of a banyan tree. Everybody had their back to the tree, and they were all in a circle, like knee to knee, shoulder to shoulder, and they did the breath practice. It was beautiful. Now, some people will get irritated if they are not quite sure where their voice wants to be. Like, what pitch do I want? But eventually, after practicing it, you find the soothing sound of yourself. There's been times where I was just kind of grumpy for whatever reason, and my own voice bugged me. I was like, I don't like that hum.
Yeah.
You never know. Sometimes it's just a matter of technique, getting used to it, hearing yourself, and being able to have your own sound comfort yourself. So you want to pick a really easy hum. You know, if you held a baby, what tone would you pick? You wouldn't be like, ee. You know, but it's true, because when we do it ourselves, sometimes we're not sure where our vocal soothe button is. And so we're like, I don't know about that sound. So take a little bit of time to find your tone you like. How about everybody else?
I had that in the beginning, like struggling to find what tone fit, but then when I found that sweet spot, I was like, nice. Yeah.
Nice. Sometimes people's arms will get tired.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, if you see people like this, I always say bring your elbows to your body and relax the arms, because they'll get tired. You will see different techniques too. I've seen where they do the thumbs to the ears and the fingers to the eyes. I don't find it necessary. I feel that people tend to push on their eyeballs when you have them do that, and just close the eyes. It doesn't matter. But like I said when we started, you can see how your sense organs are a little bit more blocked out, and if you had sensitivity, it might be, you know, they want to open up their eyes, that's fine. All right.